if we go to the survey itself, which did get 99 responses, I did not expect it to get so many responses. But just to go through the questions, like it was basically, I asked, how long have you been playing? Like, what is the current level of involvement in PvP? If you've never participated, why? Or how could Guild Wars 2 PvP be more appealing? What factors would make you more likely to PvP? What kind of support or resources would encourage you to engage in more PvP? I probably should have asked like, why haven't you ever PvP'd before? You know, what's the roadblock? But it
Hmm.
seems like to be the same common theme where people don't like getting stomped, and also they don't like toxicity. So let's see. Interesting. So if we go through this, 93% of players have been playing for more than 2 years. 1% was less than 3 months. 2% was 6 to 12 months, and then 3% is 1 to 2 years. So we have like a lot of veteran players. It looks like.
Hmm.
Current involvement in PvP. 58% actively participate in PvP. 22. Oh my god, dude, what is happening? Uh,
GG's.
5% has actually never participated. 14% has tried it a few times, and then 22% has occasionally participated in PvP. All right, so the responses: if you could make Guild Wars 2 PvP more appealing, nerf Ranger and Dragon Hunter. Okay. I feel like someone's very like they have they have an issue with these two classes apparently. Like they have a vendetta against them.
I mean, yeah.
More rewards if it had a reputation of being good time and provided awards. It could not. It could never be more appealing to this person. By the way, new map, better balance, better rewards for rank. Somehow make rank system better, so we will see less normal game mode players in ranked. 10v10 guild arena that is queuable.
I I honestly don't think there's enough amount of people to do that. But yeah.
What if they created
Well,
it?
the thing
Like
is, you kind of
remember that
have that
movie
now
where
with the guild.
if you build it, they will come. So like if they build it, do you think more people would actually play the game?
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, there's the thing of this, right? Like,
And doesn't
obviously,
need
the game
nerfs.
mode is where it is because of the lack of actual involvement in it, right? From the company, right? It's just that what it is. Unfortunately, PvP in most MMOs always ends up like this. Either things like that, or just if there is, it's just not enough effort. So yeah, like you said, build it and they will come. They kind of did that with the GVG arena recently. I mean, so you could say that the arena's there. As I was going to say, the guild hall, and now you have world versus world stats as well. Finally, and you can also play around the guild hall. Um, go specifically to PvP. Um, I think it first needs to go into the 5v5, right? Fix that before you go into the 10v10. I see you see add that back the daily win or lose, play one round achievement, even without trying to select PvP specifically.
That'd be cool. Yeah, they should bring that back instead of daily wins. I mean, they kind of have it for the weekly, I think, if you just like if you participate in 10 matches, but it kind of can be demoralizing if like you lose 10 matches in a row. It cannot.
Yeah,
PvP is toxic, which okay, so there's two people that are literally saying like it just can't. There's nothing that will get them in. Rewards, better matchmaking based on skill level, understanding of the game, more player population, so the game isn't the same 100 people. See this right here to me, this is something that will be fixed if the foundation of the game mode is fixed. More people will come if the game is like more matchmaking would be better if there's more players, right? But how do you get more players? You got to bring them in. You got to incentivize them. Less
that's the
toxicity.
thing, right?
Even
Yeah,
non-PvP players hear about it. Make it less reliant on dodging. That's an
that
interesting take.
honestly,
That's
that
interesting.
is that's so yeah. I mean, basically, be less, make it less skillful. I don't know. That's a honestly, the thing is with like less toxic and stuff, right? It's like it can always be and then we'll say less mesmers. Honestly, just delete the class. Why do we even have that in PvP?
That's okay. Delete mesmers. All right. If I see that in here, I know you typed it in.
Yeah. Like seriously, why is that class exist? Anyway, um, I think with the thing of like, it's always that one player bad experience. You could have like 3, 4 good matches in their own PvP, and then your fourth match or fifth
True.
match will have a bad player. And again, it's always like you'll remember the negative experience than the actual um good times that you had out of it, right? It can
I'm
be that one thing that makes you be like, you know what, I don't want to play this. Like, what
bro.
the hell was this match?
Echo legitimately called it out that you were gonna say less mesmers, and you said less mesmers.
I'm literally looking at your chat right now.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah, but I would have said that anyway.
Oh, of course you would have. I mean, let's see. What factors would make you more likely to participate? Okay, there's a lot of random answers in the bottom, but I guess the biggest one. Okay, this isn't even the biggest. The biggest is more balance and fair matchmaking, regular updates, and events specific to PvP, which is interesting to get this one here. 67, 68. Achievements and recognition like titles, leaderboards, PvP exclusive gear or cosmetics, right? This is my biggest thing. I think it would bring me into playing it more, which would be um, like a little bit. I'd enjoy it more, feel more fulfilled if it was like, okay, what if I got like a armor piece top, that had like a plat badge on it, or even like Call of Duty does something where their ranked game modes, like you get an outfit skin and it's just like a basic T-shirt that says like ranked or something, and it has like the rank that you finished at. What if they gave like a ranked, how they have like that metal band T-shirt, the one for
Ah,
like the
yes,
char.
yes, yeah.
What if they put like your emblem on there, bro? It's just I don't know. It doesn't have to be like super creative, but I think that in itself, like I'd wear it, right? Because it shows like some sort of value to me at least. Me getting better at the game would bring this person back in. Um, Game mode solo queue ranked duo nothing. Okay, one person said nothing. Larger player base, better matchmaking. I see a lot of people want like the 2v2s and the 3v3 game modes to be like permanent. And I think that's a valid point. Solo queue kick.
I
Oh
agree
my
with that.
god.
I like that they mix it up. And in hindsight, things of like PvP being interchangeable in the season, um, like that makes sense when you do have the population for it. But oh my god, this guy that you just put all the problems in one answer.
I feel like a therapy session, dude. Kick AFKers, stop putting me a silver into games with plats. Give me a rank 1v1 mode to play while I find it more balanced than 5v5 match. Unranked should be a 3v3. I need a match replay mode for last. 1-3 game viewing modes for top rated games so I can watch somebody else. To better learn a specific tactic movement. Better explanation upon death of what actually killed me. I feel like this guy didn't see like what actually kills him. Like there is the ability to see that. Especially with
Yeah, I
Condi.
mean, literally just switch it on the literally in the chat. It'll tell you what killed you.
Yeah, you just click the button that says what kills me, but maybe people don't actually know that button exists.
Oh, you mean when you die? Yeah, you could also do that when you die. Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say like even after you could still go on the chat to see like what hit you. There's a combat log.
Feel like the currency for the legendary should be from PvP should be on the shouldn't be on the trading post. Okay. New main mode. Conquest is old and boring. Ban toxic players. Okay, that's just yeah. Better gold and mat earnings, better rewards overall, gold mats, literally just game balance. Fire that okay. Low quality points, low qualifying points. Let's see. 2v2 standard mode, class balancing. Less drastic differences in pips gained between winning and losing. Okay, that's actually valid. I agree. You shouldn't get less pips for losing, or even like you shouldn't get like half the amount. It just makes it so much more annoying. Detection from let's see. Automatic detection for at least some AFKers. I once had a team from start leaving, never spawn, repeat AFKers. Not a damn thing. Skill redesign, a fun game mode, more maps, init rewards. New experimental game modes. That does sound fun. Reduce toxicity. I'm feeling a common theme of like removing toxic players. Okay, so I do have some solutions for this stuff right here. Guides and tutorials for PvP strategies, more accessible entry PvP content, community events or tour tournaments. Teaching one on one. See, I could do that. I could do like a classroom.
Community events or tournaments. I mean, how many? I mean, there's a lot of content creators who create. I mean, T-Bot, himself, like, has done the biggest ones you can do, right? And then there were some on the smaller side, more doing a training group with them on stream. Some people will decide to do the bosses in phases. They'll explain the mechanics of the boss. They'll do the mechanics. They'll maybe fail or they'll pass it, and then they'll die, and then they'll be like, okay, let's repeat that phase 3-4 times so that you guys can get the hang of it, and then we're gonna move on to the next phase, and then we'll explain. So that you see it a lot in raids. So if that kind of aspect just moved into PvP, that alone I think can also contribute. But it has to, again, like you said, it has to come from the experts.
Yeah, I mean, one of the questions I see here was, wouldn't it be good to have a group in ANET that handles the PvP and World v World things so they can work on map skin balances, stuff like that? It would be so nice to have in Guild Wars 2 esports. That was like Wild Rift Gaming. The thing is, they do have a team like that. It's like Roy, CMC. I think Trig was just involved in it. Um, and Grouch came in for that purpose. They used to have the esports thing. I think personally, my opinion on esports overall is it's a money sink, so it's not really worth putting money into like esports at all for any game really, except for maybe like League of Legends and Counter Strike, like two of the most game like survivable games, I guess, in that realm. But I mean, they have a team like that. How much flexibility or freedom they have to actually implement like these changes that we're talking about? Like, if, for example, if Roy was like, "Hey, I do think we should add like these skins," I'm pretty sure there's like a huge procurement process that needs to be done at
Mm.
ArenaNet, and they probably will just be like, "No, it's gonna take too many resources. Like, we don't have the time. Like, we're working on other stuff right now." So, and I think there's a lot of. It just seems like there's a lot of red tape to get anything done, like actually completed or even implement that stuff.
Mm.
Um, yeah. So, I mean, yeah, like in theory, like a lot of it sounds decent, right? Where okay, let's bring in like these community creators, but I think that there has to be a behavioral change in the actual like company to want to do that for the people. Um, like overall, like I think the responses to me were pretty much as kind of what I predicted in terms of what people were looking for, and what the issues were, like what stops them from PvPing, and you know, even for me, I always just felt like maybe just adding like PvP exclusive rewards, um, kind of how they added the World v World infusion, right? That you can only get from doing like the World v World dailies or whatever, or you could buy it too, but you don't have to buy it. Um, and maybe one other thing is adding the gift of battle reward track in PvP. Just random thing that I thought of there. Matchmaking and stuff. Obviously, that has to come with bringing more players in. But
I'm gonna ask you a question actually, and while this might seem like a step back, but do you think, because of the level of specs there is and the amount of builds you can play in PvP right now, for new players at least,